I'm Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up in the UK. Thank you for joining me today. I've got a lovely little make for you, a Valentine's make, seeing as that's the time of year, love is in the air. Remember though, love is not just for Valentine's, it's for all year round. So what have I got today? I have got a lovely little heart gift box. So it looks like this. I have been looking for something special for Valentine's and was really struggling. There's a few, a load of makes around for Valentine's. I've done a few cards myself, but I really wanted a little gift box, and the only thing I could find that I liked was this origami heart box that interlocks. So I found a fellow demo called Christine Reeb, who does an amazing job at a demonstration. She's on YouTube, so go find her. She does a big 12 by 12 box, and you can size it up or down accordingly, but she very much does the origami method, which I gave a go and really just struggled with, just folding in the right places, and it just was just too much. So this is my version of that, made a lot simpler. So I'm hoping that you're going to give it a go and that you love it as much as I do. So it's a heart. It's actually two boxes interlocking. You've got this piece here and this piece here. You can fill that with all sorts of treats. There's some chocolate coins at the moment for Valentine's. They will fit in there rather nicely. Some little love heart sweets, or even a ring or two if you're thinking about proposing. So there we have it. How do we make it? Wow, you need two pieces of card. So an A4 sheet is perfect. You want one that is 5.5 by 3 3/4, and the second piece that is 4 3/4 by 5.5, and there's some scoring on each of them, but really that's it. There's a little bit of a tricky cut, not tricky, but just getting it in the right place, but hopefully you will bear with me and I will show you step by step. I'm getting excited now because I just want you to make it. So shall we get crafting? Okay, so this one is in polished pink, which obviously is a bit of a wow, and we are going to make one now in petal pink. So you're going to need your Stampin' Up trimmer, okay, and like I say, you can get two pieces out of this one A4 sheet, so it's perfect. You can be doing these in front of the TV. So we want one piece that is 3 3/4. So I am going to use this and cut it off here. 3 3/4 by 5.5. And I think we're going to concentrate on one piece of the box at the time, so it doesn't get too confusing. So it's not that big a piece, is it? It's perfect. We're going to be able to do this super easy together. So on the long side, with the long side at the top, we're going to do some scoring. We are going to score. So make sure you've got that cutting blade out the way. I'm going to score at 1 inch, 2.5 inches, 3.5 inches, and then 5. So we're halfway there. So that's all the sizes on the long side. So 1 inch, 2.5, 3.5 and 5. And then we turn it sideways, and there's a couple of score lines on here. One is at 3/4. Okay. So remember it's scoring. And one is at 1.5. So that's there, scoring, and that's it. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Now there's something a little bit different that you need to do on this. You also need to do a score line across these two rectangular boxes. So not the first two, but the next one. And I'm going to use my embossing tool to do that, because it is quite tricky to line it up on the paper trimmer. So I'm going to go from that corner there to that corner there. Okay, so there's a diagonal line there, and I'm going to do the same in the opposite way, so you end up with a big kiss. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. There's a kiss just there. Then those two boxes are left, and you're going to do the same again on these two boxes. So from this corner here to the top, like so, and this corner here to the top, just like that. Okay, so now what you're going to do now is just burnish all those score lines, and then we're going to make it into a tube. So there's one there, okay, there's one there, and I'm just using my thumb, but you could use your bone folder if you've got one. Okay, so that's that. So all of those are burnished. What about these crosses? So you're going to do the same there. So you're going to fold it back along that line. Okay, just there, like that, and fold it back just on the score. So not across this bit, but just on the score line, like that. And then you're going to do it in the opposite direction, the same. So along there, and then along there. That's it. Now we need to turn this into a tube. So if we turn it over, fold this 2-inch piece. This is going to be the flap on the inside of the box. We're just going to put some glue along there. Rather excited because I've just opened a new glue. The only trouble with that is it comes out super quick, doesn't it? So that's on there. And then however you want to do this, you're just going to bring that to it and just flatten it down and just make that stick. And then fold it a few different ways because you just want to make sure that it's all fitting nicely, and you should end up with a tube like this. Breathe. Okay, we're nearly there. So this is 1/2 of our heart. How do we turn this piece into the heart piece? So where this diagonal line is here, going across here, you're just going to push that in. So push it in there, keep pushing, and the other side will want to go just as much because of the score lines you've already done. So you end up with a half a triangle on there, or a triangle but off like that. So it looks like that, okay, ta-da. And now this side you're going to push in exactly the same. So if you flatten it a bit, just to get the middle pieces in, okay, and then bring these side triangles up and just squash them. So do that with your bone folder and you'll get a really nice crisp triangle. Okay, mine's in the other room and I don't want to go and get it. So there is half of your heart. Doesn't look anything at the moment, but it's actually this side of the box. Okay, so halfway there. Okay, so we're going to put that out the way, and we're going to bring the other piece of A4 in that was left that we cut off, and we're going to do this side. So this side's slightly bigger in shape, isn't it? So this side you are going to need a 4 3/4 piece. So 4 3/4, make sure you're cutting 4 3/4, and again it's 5 1/2. So there's loads left over from your A4 sheet. Okay, so 4 3/4, 5 1/2. So on the long side, so the 5 1/2 side, you're going to do the same score lines you did before. So you're going to do 1 inch, okay, 2 1/2, 3 1/2, and 5. Lovely. Okay, so you've got your 1 inch, 2.5, 3.5 and 5. You turn it sideways so the shorter end is at the top, the end that is 4 3/4. And you're going to do similar score lines again. You're going to do 3/4, 3/4, 1.5, and we're going to do 3 3/4. Okay, because that's the bottom piece. Now, there's another mark that needs to be made at 2 1/4. So we're going to find 2 1/4. Now this just needs to be on this middle panel. So from this line to this line. Hang on, Rose. You don't have to pick your moments, lovey. So 2 1/4. And you should have a little score line across there. Okay? Just there. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the cross against the boxes at the top again, so in exactly the same way. So not the first 2 boxes, the next 2. We are going to go from this corner to this corner, this corner to this corner. So there's one kiss. Seems appropriate as it's a Valentine's box. This corner and this corner. Okay, so that's it ready. Now before we start folding it in place, we need to cut a few pieces off. Okay, so on here, this little box here, we're going to cut that off. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that there, and then I'll show you where I've cut it off there. So that piece there needs to come off. Okay, now the other piece we need to cut off is this bit here up to that score line. Okay, so we go up there, so past the first score line, and we're just getting up the other side. Okay, and now we're going to chop across there. Okay, so you end up with that piece out as well as that piece. Okay, now what do? Exactly the same as you did with the other one. Burnish all the score lines, including your diagonal ones. These ones go up here. This one goes down, so they're all burnished. And then do your diagonal one again. There, 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 and there. Okay, and you're going to make it into a tube, exactly like you did just now. I told you it was super easy. And you're going to be so impressed that you made it yourself. So that is going to go on there. And I'm going to bring that round just so that I don't get gluey hands. Like so. Okay. And just spread it a bit more. So this box, honestly, it could be used for lots of things. Perfect a wedding favour. Love how it's coming out. So now what do? You've got your tube, so we're going to close the bottom in. Oh, I didn't cut up there, so I forgot to cut that little tab there because I want that to fold in. So that is going in, okay, and then these are going over, but I want them to stay in place. I don't want them to be flapping. So that one I'm putting glue on, and that is going over. And then glue on this one because this one is going over, And I'm just making sure that that's nice and square. Okay, just like so. And press on the inside as well, because that's like your box. And then we just do the heart again at the top. So remember what we did? We pushed one side in, so folded it in like so. Oh, doesn't want to go this time. Just give it a little bit of help, like so. Like that. So that's the same as what we did this time, it's just got the box base on there. And then do the same this way. So fold it down flat and then make your points really strong, because they are the other bits of your heart. Okay, like so. And then this just fits in here, just like that. Ta-da! Look at that. Okay, there's your heart box. So to decorate, all I did was I punched out a few circles. So I've got some old retired punches. So I've got one that's this. Okay, so that's going to go on like that. I've got some of this beautiful, well, it looks quite scaly. It's lovely silver card. God, that was quite hard to punch. That's going to go on the top. And then out of the top piece, I need to do this heart bit. So how I did that was I punched a heart first out of some card. And then that means with my 1-inch punch, I can line it up so that the heart's in the middle, like so. And then that just layers over there. And should we glue those together, just so that it's done? We can have a proper ta-da moment. So that is the same size as that, so I know that's going to fit perfectly over the top. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals just to make it stand proud. So I'm just going to put one in the middle, because I'm going to tuck the sentiment in the side of it. Okay, and I'm going to use a dimensional on the back as well, just to layer that. And that's going to go about there. And then when I was looking for a sentiment, I haven't necessarily got a Valentine's stamp set. So I just went through all of my sets to see what there was. I love the saying on this one, thank you for sharing your heart. This one has got love and big hugs. This one has got love you so much. This one, lots of love. This one, love you so much. And of course the cat one that says, hi there Valentine. That's really lovely as well. So guess which one I went for? Well, last time I went for the hi there Valentine, but this time I went for the lots of love, and I'm just going to tuck that in there. So what I'm going to do is put my dimensionals that I've just magically disappeared. I'm going to put a couple on here, but not right near the edge, either end, because I want it to hang over, but I also want it to tuck under. So that is going to tuck in there, and it's going to stick on there, but I've made sure that it doesn't stick on this bit that you pull out. So there is your super easy non-origami heart box. Give it a go. I'd love to see your makes. Please share a picture of me. You can send it to me at createdtheottaway@gmail.com, or follow me for more inspiration and ideas on Instagram and Facebook. If you're in the UK, don't forget you can shop the products with me. Just go to my website at createdtheottaway.co.uk. Thanks for watching. Bye.